Hello and welcome to everyone tuned in. You know what time it is. As soon as the clock strikes 12 midday on a Saturday, this is Trendz coming to you live from the SABC headquarters out in a sunny, though a bit chilly Auckland Park in the south of Johannesburg. My name is Rifil Wemwilwa, and as a collective, we are at Trendz on SABC on Twitter. And our first story for the day, winner of L'Atelier, one of Africa's most prestigious art competitions, Kai Loscott, has his first solo art exhibition since his return from France, adorning the walls of the ABSA Gallery in central Joburg. Now titled The Hunter-Gatherer, Loscott's exhibition seeks to pose questions on our existence as the human race.
You won't miss it. Loscott's transparent cape with multiple pockets hangs at the entrance of this art gallery. Made from waste objects collected from the streets, this exhibition also consists of visual installations that documents the process of creation.
This whole show is about the idea of the hunter-gatherer as a behavior that we are still doing. But now there are 7 billion of us on the planet. And one of the things which we do when we consume things is we throw something away. We throw the packet away, in this case. Normally we just throw, in the times of the hunter-gatherers, we threw away the seed pod or the eggshell or whatever, and that was fine because it gets absorbed into nature. But the things we've designed to protect our food, the plastic packets and boxes, don't decay. They don't have that chemical possibility. And so they hang around, and they hang around us as human beings, and they become part of the ecology of the city.
The artist engages with the desire to order or clean away knowledge misunderstood as useless. He believes all things have essential worth. Loscott's work is also known for investigating questions of personal and environmental health.
My work is asking a question. And that question is, who are we as human beings in a time in which human beings are destroying their living environment through our activities of producing and consuming? And as the only animal that produces waste, we leave behind these things in the memory of the planet. So I'm looking at the human past, and I'm speculating about the human future through the objects that we human beings leave behind in the landscape.
The exhibition will run at the ABSA Gallery until the 15th of June.
An interesting one indeed. Now, a senseless increase in attacks on women and children around the country have been making news headlines. Now, the hashtags that speak out against these acts have been trending on social media and generating quite heated debates. So what better way, we thought, to at least try protect yourselves than by taking up a lesson or two in self-defense. Please note, we are in no way promoting violence. Rather, this is just a snippet of a guide on how to get away from potentially life-threatening situations.
In a country where violence is on the rise, it has suddenly become necessary for us to take matters into our own hands. We can protect ourselves and defend ourselves against the war on women. Today, we'll be doing a few moves that will help you get yourself out of a sticky situation.
Meet Hanshi Sali Said, our trainer who has been involved in the martial arts from both a spiritual and physical perspective since 1965. He has lived, trained and taught in the UK, USA, Japan, New Zealand, Australia, India and South Africa. His vast array of clients include women's organizations such as Power or people opposed to women abuse. Having run self-defense workshops for the past 35 years, we thought he would be the best person to give us some insight into how we could defend ourselves in a dangerous situation.
Self-defense, just the mere fact that you can defend yourself gives you so much joy in living. You feel less fearful. I mean, you walk to the bank, you go to, get into your car, you jump around. You're not all the time looking over your shoulders. You're not all the time scared that you're going to be attacked. It's something that you don't even think about because you know that if something happens, the confidence is in yourself tells you that you can do something about it. And that knowledge, just the fact that you can do something about it just makes all the difference,
Did you know that the hand is made up of 15 weapons that could kill someone? 1. The palm heel. This move will help you release yourself from your attacker with a swift snap motion with the heel of your palm. 2. The tiger claw. Curling your hand in a half fist, aim for the throat and be quick. 3. The eye poke. The eyes are the best way to break free from your attacker. A firm and powerful poke to the eye will leave the perpetrator blinded for a few seconds, giving you a chance to run. 4 and 5 are knee kicks to the groin, one of the most sensitive spots for any male. A swift kick or knee to the groin will leave them reeling in the pain long enough for you to make your escape. The face and groin are the 2 most vulnerable spots on the body, so aim for them when retaliating.
Awareness, fitness, and confidence. Right? So these elements play a very important role in you being a successful person in defending yourself if you have to. So, awareness is a stage where when a person comes to me and says, I need to learn self-defense, and I'll ask the question, is there any particular reason that you want to learn self-defense, or is it just a general reason that you see the violence in a city, whatever it is, or what is the main reason? And the person will say, no, I was almost attacked, or I was attacked, or I was mugged, or whatever the case may be, and I'm really sick of it, I don't want to be mugged anymore. That's the first stage of self-awareness. Or awareness, right? Then the next stage, I always tell whoever's doing a self-defense course is, guys, let's get you fitter. Let's get you, how fit are you? Do you train? No, I don't really train. I'm too busy, whatever it is. No, let's get you fitter. So build up a program for the guy to get fitter. When the person's fitness levels are raised, immediately his confidence levels are also raised. He starts to feel better with himself, within himself. He starts feeling confident in himself. He starts feeling that, you know what, his self-worth is worth something.
It's also always important to remember to release and retaliate. Without fighting back, your attacker will come back with more force, so be sure to kick him where it hurts. There are a few other techniques that may save your life. If you're approached by someone with a knife, don't block. Step out of the line of fire and retaliate. If he's got you down on the ground, lift your body so that he bounces and knee him in the coccyx. That's a crash course on self-defense. We hope you made some notes. If not, you can also catch the insert on YouTube on the SABC Digital News channel. Also, go out there and get yourself combat ready.
Nice one. Thank you, Mrs. Parton. And now in studio, I have a group of guys that go by the name TLT, and they're about to perform Nice Life Problems.
TNT, always amazing. K1 stand up. Let's go. Getting focused and I'm feeling what can I say? I'm feeling great. In yes, I'm blessing, yes, I'm popping champagne like every day. I'm feeling great, I got nice life problems. I don't wanna solve them. Nice life problems. I don't wanna solve them. I got nice life problems. I don't wanna solve them. Nice life problems. I don't wanna solve them. Nice life problems. Nice life problems. Nice life problems. I don't wanna solve them. Nice life problems. Nice life problems. Nice life problems. I don't wanna solve. She said, you cannot be drinking the whole time. That's what my auntie told me with some worry in her eyes. She said, you cannot be smoking the whole time. You're gonna waste your life away. You need to change your ways before starting. So lenge kebuda khutuli great. Dangane nyuga mafia the straight. Nyama yento ne papa gurpe tunga wari etwana sukuza kwele. Cause we got paid. So humble out and maga fala make. So la mafia so humble out and maga fala ma empty. When you're happy you just celebrate. Forget the stress you facing every day. Spend the money that you're tired for. That's it my niggas been tired for. Haters talking I'm tired of. Why you tryna judge it for? I'm pussy Malia. Pussy Malia. What can I say? I'm feeling great. You ain't getting yes and I'm blessing, yes, I'm popping champagne like every day. I'm feeling great. I got nice life problems. I got nice life problems, I don't wanna solve them. Nice life problems, I don't wanna solve them. Nice life problems, nice life problems, nice life problems, I don't wanna solve them. Nice life problems, nice life problems, nice life problems, I don't wanna solve them. Wangeni zinje tume ngamabhas, ophela ngena.
Phones, cloud systems and robots have taken over a lot of what used to be done manually.
Our accounting system is actually based on the cloud.
Google nowadays can tell you where you parked your car.
And Africa's entrepreneurs are using technology to create.
With Pocket Masipala, you can basically do all the services that you would do at the municipality physically by going there, but you can now do them on a mobile app.
Join me, Fullmetal Zondi, on Sundays at 9 p.m. on SABC News.
From the moment you start your day. Good morning, everybody. It is 6 o'clock.
We are there for you.
You want a guarantee from the leadership that we should not be leaders who will steal. I'm prepared to give that guarantee that we should not steal from our people.
We bring your morning into perspective.
This is the reason they keep putting fees up. They're not getting enough money.
We'll make sure that you get the full story.
The police officers from specifically Moffat View Police Station, they support these brothels. What have you found upon your investigations on this matter?
I cannot deny those allegations.
And you can count on the weather team with expertise.
Join us live at 6 a.m. daily.
Watching Trendz. Now, the king of African rap, Kwesta, who bagged 6 awards at this year's Summers last weekend, is very passionate about his hood. So much so that he has created a record label with Kid X called Rap Life Records to plug on talented artists from his hood of Katlehong. Now, he signed on a hip-hop duo called TLT. You saw them just before the break. And it's made up of Peteho Eltek Makanyane and Vuse Trouble Ranta. Now, they have been touring with him and also featured on the award-winning Dakar 2 album on a track called Mino. Now, TLT, they're an acronym actually for Timeless Talent, and they're bringing a new distinctive sound to the music industry. They've dropped a couple of tracks ahead of their debut album, and I'm so very glad to have you guys here today.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Yeah, man, Nice Life Problems. Are you preempting that you are going to have Nice Life Problems, or do you already have?
Well, definitely. We are having Nice Life Problems.
More money, more problems.
Just been signed to Rap Life.
That's fantastic, guys. I mean, Kwesta is, a visionary. He's always, stayed in his lane and focused on his artistry as a producer, as a rapper. So tell us how you guys got together with him and signing up with him and Kid X.
Okay, cool. Get it?
Okay, so we actually
Mr. Trouble.
we actually met with Kwesta in the hood in Katlehong. He used to have a mini setup studio at his garage, so we used to go there. That's where we actually learned how to record songs. We used to be rappers, with ciphers. We used to rap in the street, but we never actually made songs until he introduced us to the studio. So we used to go at his crib and record, and when he eventually started a record label, we were the first guys who were around. He thought we were very talented. And
that's fantastic. And just, working with him, how long have you guys, been working with him? And what have you learned in, a very short time in the industry? But your track is already making, quite a lot of waves.
We've started working with him, I think, 4 years ago. But we only started touring around the country with him last year.
Okay.
Yeah, so last year we were busy touring around the country with him, so we got to perform it virus gigs. We got to open for J. Cole one.
Oh,
when he was
really?
here. So yeah,
Cole,
it's really
Cole
dope.
World.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
What did he say about your music?
Well, we didn't get to meet him.
That's the problem, right? So everybody always tends to think if you're opening up for somebody, you're chilling backstage, you're sharing, you know, some music or something, words of advice. Really?
Yeah.
But okay, well, I mean, kudos to you guys for opening up for a guy like J. Cole.
Yeah.
So Nice Life Problems.
Yeah.
Now, the quick summary of it that had us a little bit confused before we came back is that you're saying, you know, for people who have nice life problems, they need to stop that. You know, they need.
No, not really to
okay,
stop
well, explain
that,
it.
You know?
Let me not.
We all have problems, you know, but there's difference when it comes to nice life problems, you know. Like I can give you an example. You can stuck in a Ferrari in a freeway.
Sure. That's a very nice life problem.
Make a call and then get picked up in a Lamborghini, you know.
But when it comes to things like substance
abuse, you know,
when it comes to substance abuse and things like that, I mean, definitely your hood of Katlehong, we know that everywhere, every township, every corner of South Africa, if it's not drugs, if it's not alcohol, there's some kind of, you know, scourge that's happening. So what are you guys saying to young people? You know, the rap life sometimes tend to portray that as, you know, the be all and end all, and it's cool to be, you know, doing that.
We're trying
what do
to
you guys
raise
say?
awareness, you know, on alcohol abuse and stuff.
Yeah.
As he says on his verse, you know, he's talking about his auntie, the way she used to tell him about his drinking, you know. So like
ever since I become a big rapper, I've been, you know, I've been edited.
At least eventually, auntie's words got through.
Yeah,
you know, that's great, guys.
So we're
that's
trying
great.
to raise an awareness with the substance abuse.
Okay, and your album, I mean, so far you've just done a couple of singles. You've worked with a whole lot of people, people who don't even know. I mean, you guys were on X Factor as well. those were the beginning. We should have actually gotten that footage to show on screen, but you've come very far, guys. What's happening next? When is your album dropping? Where can people see you performing in the next?
Okay, so we're still in studio cooking the album. We already dropped a mixtape that consists of 20 songs. It's called 2 for the Money. People can get that online. Deezer, Slicker on Live, SoundCloud, Audio Mac. You know, it's everywhere. And there's a song called Chankura that it's basically the first song that we released, but it's from the mixtape. You know,
I can already hear Questa's voice.
We released that, but now we're working on the studio album. Nice Life Problems is the debut single from the album. It's going to be dropping sometime that quarter of this year.
Nice one. Twitter handle, where are you performing next?
Twitter handle is TLT Amazing. Instagram TLT Amazing, Facebook TLT Amazing, everywhere.
TLT
Amazing. Just one word,
Nice
one. And we currently on a tour
right now.
People can catch us at Mlando in Katlehong on the 16th. We're going to be out there with Black Motion, Major League,
a big gig for
Questa, Kidex. You know,
thank you so very much, guys.
It's going to be
TLT Amazing. Congratulations to you guys.
Thank you very much.
Now, Israeli actress and model Gal Gadot reprises her role as Wonder Woman in the story's original film. Now, Gadot first appeared as Wonder Woman in the DC Comics Batman vs. Superman. Now, let's go behind the scenes of what I believe is an absolutely amazing film. I think it's out this weekend. Yeah, check it out.
I used to want to save the world.
Before she was Wonder Woman, she was Diana, Princess of the Amazons, trained to be an unconquerable warrior.
Good day, Trendz. I'm Louise Scoble, and if you're a Marvel fan comic, then boy do I have a surprise for you. I'm in downtown Johannesburg at the official outdoor screening of Wonder Woman, and as you can see behind me, people are taking selfies with Wonder Woman, but I'm going to walk the red carpet. We'll speak to you later.
DC Comics, not Marvel Comics, DC. Let me just get that correct first. Starring Gal Gadot as the Amazonian princess, the film is DC's next hope for critical success following the black clouds hanging over previous efforts such as Batman v Superman and The Suicide Squad. While the majority of the world waits with mild trepidation, the lucky few attended a secret screening of the film in downtown Johannesburg last night, having the opportunity to take pictures with a life-size version of the warrior herself. Raised on a sheltered paradise island, Diana leaves her home for the first time. Fighting alongside men in a war to end all wars, she finally discovers her full powers and true destiny.
Be careful, Diana.
A screening of this nature would not be complete without a die-hard fan showing her true colors even in the unsettling cold night air.
I love Wonder Woman. I really, really love Wonder Woman. I've got a whole collection of everything. I just find out of all the other superhero female characters, you know, she's not always portrayed as the sexy, big boobs and all of that, you know. She's masculine and strong and independent, and that's just, well, I love her so much.
So Trendz, if you are Marvel fans, then you were definitely going to kill me because I said it was a Marvel movie. It's actually not a Marvel movie, it's a DC movie, and I'm here with Sean Isaacs. Tell me a little bit more about that. So, Marvel, DC, tell me more.
Well, you got your DC, which is like Superman, Batman, Justice League, Green Lantern, those guys. Marvel are your Guardians of the Galaxy, X-Men, Avengers, Iron Man, Thor, Spider-Man and stuff. I find like the Marvel movies are a bit more light-hearted than DC stuff recently. If you look at like Man of Steel, Batman vs Superman, Suicide Squad, they're a little bit more like, they're very dark. But yeah, like a good DC movie for me now. You know, Wonder Woman's great. And like it's got a lot of heart, this movie, like a lot of heart. I mean,
okay guys, so there you have it. If you're a Marvel fan, if you're a DC fan, right now I'm an absolute Marvel fan, but I really, really loved Wonder Woman, so I'm gonna go for being DC. You should go out and watch it.
As a reminder, to win your own Wonder Woman merchandise, all you need to do is answer this one simple question. In what movie did Gal Gadot first make her appearance as Wonder Woman? Send your answers via Twitter to @Trendz on SABC.
And now, Le Cup Lifestyle Fair, born out of the appreciation of the finer things in life, delivers this annual lifestyle event with a curated selection of gourmet foods, wine, luxuriously inspired couture, and also show jumping. Now, the Lifestyle Fair, now in its 4th year, for the first time is coming to Johannesburg, and it's South Africa's foremost lifestyle luxury event. And this time, it will be hosted at Trendz City, out in the north of Johannesburg, on the 10th of June, 2017. Now, to tell us more about the fair, I have with me in studio Steve Swanepoel, who is the CEO and founder of Le Cup. Welcome to the studio, sir.
Welcome to you. Nice to be here.
Thank you that with all the chaos that potentially happened this morning,
exactly,
that you are here.
Yeah.
So, Steve, tell us about the fair, and this is the 4th year, but for the first time it's happening in Johannesburg.
Yes, that's correct. The past 3 years has been in Cape Town, in the winelands and various wine estates, and this year we decided to bring it to Johannesburg.
Yeah.
A lot of our sponsors and sort of participants, they wanted the event here, so we brought it here.
Yeah. I was about to say, though, I mean, it's always in Cape Town, but when you see all the media coverage, it's a whole lot of Johannesburg people.
Well, you know what your Johannesburgers are like. You sort of...
Yeah. They go and they invade every town.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, and so tell us a little bit more about it for people who don't know. I mean, it's all about opulence and fine dining and everything, but there's a lot more than just fashion and food and wines.
Yes, there is obviously a lot more, but this year particularly what I think is important, this is the first time that we have a South African accredited show jumping participation, and really what it is, we call it a speed course, which is horses jumping against the clock.
Yeah.
And this goes with some very good prize money by our key sponsors, which is Nedbank Private Wealth and Nedbank CIB. So that's quite a large element. And then the fashion, as you indicated, that's a very big component this year, with very good fashion designers. We have had Johan Coetzee, which South Africans all know, Jacques Lagrange, Warwick Goutier, and also, who am I leaving out?
Somebody important, but they do know that they are an integral part of it. And so this year it's at Trendz City, but actually the events around the Lifestyle Fair start tomorrow.
Yes, tomorrow evening, as a precursor to the main event, we have a gourmand dinner at the Palazzo Hotel. The Tsoga Sun Group is a partner to the event. They are a hospitality partner, which will be the correct term there. So we have secured a number of suites in the hotel. So a lot of our celebrity and VIP guests will be staying over at the hotel.
Okay.
And we'll have a dinner there tomorrow evening.
Okay. And so other than the Lifestyle Fair, what are you involved in? Or is this a case of literally after the one ends, next day, next week, you're already planning for the following year?
I should have brought some. I'm actually a publisher. We have a magazine called Le Cup, hence the name Le Cup Lifestyle Fair. It's a very high-end publication. And most of the brands present at the event are also sponsors to, or should say most of the brands that advertise in the publication are sponsors to the event. So, yeah.
Okay. And so overall, the objective of a fair like this, I mean, there's many other events, of course not on this level, but there's many other events, in South Africa that happen, whether it's a polo event or whatnot, where they fuse, the fashion, the horses, the fashion show as well, all of these elements as well as gourmet foods. So ultimately, what is it that people are supposed to do or go away taking from Le Cap?
Look, Le Cap, as you read out a bit earlier, it is really an event for people that have the sort of lead to the finer taste in life, and also people that aspire to that. So it's really a showcase of that. It's nothing more than that.
Yeah.
It's just that we try and package the best of the best in there.
Sure.
And equally, this event attracts a lot of celebrity to the event. And as you're aware that our MC this year is Bonang.
Yes.
So yes, that's really what it's about.
The cars. What's
Cars.
happening this
Cars
year?
is quite a big one this year, but it's very different. Last year we had Lamborghini as a partner, as you know.
Okay.
This year we're doing something with BMW.
Okay.
And they are giving us a fleet of cars which are all branded Le Cap. And these cars are specifically for our VIP and celebrity guests to be chauffeured around town, sort of to and fro from the event.
Okay.
So quite special, yeah. And then the other inclusion is this year we have secured 3 helicopters.
Okay.
And the helicopters again would be to fly in our celebrity guests.
Fantastic.
So
okay, are tickets still available?
Still available, so if you want to join, there's still a seat for you as well.
Okay, thank you so very much. If I have an invitation from the CEO, I definitely do want to be there. I will point out to you, whoever is going to Stay in City, take William Nicol, because Cedar Road is a mess.
Oh gosh, thank you for pointing that out. You just kept a lot of people away from our event.
I'm looking out for you. Thank you so very much, Steve Swanepoel, CEO of Le Cap Lifestyle Event. It's taking place next week, Wednesday. That's the 10th of June. Now we are going to an ad break. Do come back after this.
If you ask this Irish master whiskey distiller why sometimes whiskey is spelled with an E and sometimes without, he'd say,
"Oh, to be sure. You feel so good, look. It's the whole thing. They're back and to get off in the whiskey without the E."
Yeah, didn't catch that. But if you asked us the difference, we'd tell you that every whiskey from around the world is spelled without the E, except for Irish and American whiskies. Cheers. Tops at Spa. Good whiskey, good advice, no Irish accents.
Rights and recourse tackles constitutional issues.
When South Africa became a constitutional democracy, we had a fairly sound legal system in place requiring the Constitution to guide the direction in which it must go and the way in which it must be refashioned.
The Justice Ministry, the custodian of human rights.
We actually have a plan to come up with a comprehensive review of our human rights instruments.
Advocates dealing with evidence.
Sometimes you have to use a crook to catch a crook. So we expected that the credibility would really be taken to task. You try and consult your witnesses and prepare them as best as you can.
Hashtag Rights with Dumila Matez on legal issues every Sunday at 2 o'clock Central African Time.
Welcome back. You're still watching Trendz. So phenomenal soulful house vocalist Portia Monique has a sound that is instantly recognizable and a style that is a seamless fusion of soul, R&B and jazz. Now her voice, I'm sure you all know it. You might not know the name, but she's here in South Africa. She has just, she's working on a whole lot of new music and I have her today. But Portia, first of all, welcome to Trendz.
Thank you for having me.
So very glad to have you here. I want to take you back a little bit. 2012 or around there. People are still tweeting, by the way, about a song that they say gives them chest pains. Now, you were saying, these are your lyrics, if this is how love is supposed to be, I don't want it. 2013, round about there, you were like, I'll never give up and I'll show you the colors of love. Let me show you the colors of love. Cool. 2016, with the rhythm sessions with Fang and Ed Soul, you were like, I need to find a cure. Your love ain't good for me. In 2017, now you're over the drama. What is going on, Portia? Can you please break this down?
I'm a woman, right? We women are crazy. It's like we have these ups and downs, you know? And so I definitely express my ups and downs in my lyrics, as you can tell.
Music, yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's crazy.
But 2017, you're over the drama.
Yes, over it, guys. I'm over it.
Fantastic.
Over it, but I'll still write some heartbreak songs. Don't worry.
Yeah, awesome. So what brings you here? You're around for a few months. Yeah. Do you like have a house in Johannesburg now? Because we almost always see you around.
Something like that. More like an apartment, a nice apartment. But yeah, I love it here. I first came here for the Spring Fiesta in 2014. Right. And I absolutely fell in love with the vibe and the
people
energy.
loved you because, I mean, your track Do Better with the Layabouts. Till today, it's still a firm favorite for many people who love house music.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Well, it was definitely a heart-wrenching song that came from the soul. So I'm glad everyone loves it and it's still resonating on. It's good.
Okay. And so you also are working on new music. Are you doing music by yourself? Is it collaborations? Is it singles? What's happening?
Mainly collaborations. The most recent collaboration I did was with an amazing artist by the name of Anati that I'll be performing today. I'm excited about it.
Producer.
Yeah, he's amazing. So it was definitely an honor to have the chance to work with him. So yeah, new things are always brewing. I'm always working on something. As an artist, you have to, you know? So yeah.
Okay. And so are you venturing out? I mean, Anati, we know him predominantly in hip-hop. So are you, singing and collaborating with hip-hop musicians more than, house DJs?
I collaborate with anything that resonates. Okay. So hip-hop, soulful house, to me it doesn't matter. As long as it sounds good and as long as I can sing, you know? Yeah. So yeah, I'm just out doing my thing and making whatever works work.
Okay. And so, the single with Anati, it's called Everywhere You Go.
Yes.
Okay. Who's going everywhere, anywhere? Tell us about it.
Oh, yeah. So, Everywhere You Go, it's interesting. It's like a modern day love song, just about a young woman who's like, wherever you go, I'm going to follow you because the love is just so real and so deep. And although, life brings about change and different elements, I'll still follow you regardless.
Okay.
And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Everywhere you go. Okay. And just talking about, you've, worked with a whole lot of people. You've gotten compliments and, people raving about you from your, international American producers, the UK producers, the entire, music scene. And when it comes to working with younger guys, though, what do you take from them? Do you teach them more than they teach you? Or how do you merge your style that is so worldly with what it is that they do?
That's a good question. I think it's a combination of both, just because when you work with someone, naturally, the person you're working with has something to bring to the table. Yeah. And so you come together and you just make magic. Yeah. So that's pretty much all I'm about. It's just coming together and making something good.
Fantastic. You're going to perform for us. You asked it in the country. Where are people going to see you soon?
Oh, as of right now, I'm laying low, doing some things in the studio. Okay. But I'm sure you'll see me out and about performing real soon.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you. So, you know what? Your voice... Certain songs, though, remind me so much of Beverly Knight's voice.
Really?
It's so interesting. Yeah, like I listen. But anyway, thank you so very much for joining me. Look forward to hearing that single, Everywhere You Go. That's produced by Anati.
Absolutely.
Thank you so very much, Portia Monique.
Thank you.
All right. Now, Levi's jeans, have been, jeans have been around since the 18th century, right? So, and way back when, they were always associated with hard-working men, not the ultra-cool must-have fashion items that they have come to be. Now, one brand that continues to evolve since its inception in 1873 is Levi Strauss & Company. Now, they are makers of the original 501 cut jean, one of the most iconic garments ever produced. Now, since then, the 501 original draws upon our heritage to continually reinvent the cut for generations. So Trendz was invited to celebrate the first ever original 501 jean with all those who still continue to make it their own in Maboneng. The party had a tailor shop, photo booth, an exhibition, a documentary screening of the 501, and a performance from one of the illest rappers in South Africa. I absolutely love her. It's Rouge. Take a look.
the 20th of May is a special day for all fashion lovers out there because it's the day that the first denim was created, right?
Exactly. So certainly for us at Levi's, we call it 501 Day, and for us it really is a big celebration because the first Levi's jean was born on this day 144 years ago, and in fact not even the first Levi's jean, the first jean ever.
The birth of the 501 blue jean. So Levi Strauss invented the blue jean in 1873, so it goes back that far. And it is the iconic product as far as denim clothing goes, the quintessential blue jean invented by Levi Strauss. A true icon worn by pioneers in the old days, from the old mining days, all the way through to rock and roll and modern culture today.
Tonight's party has got a lot of other elements that get to celebrate it. Can you just give us a bit of the elements and different mediums that we have here tonight?
Sure. So for us, I mean, the main thing is obviously to get everybody together and first chat about just celebrating tonight as 501 Day. And we've also got a heritage timeline of our 501 over the years, so you can just basically interact with the product and see how the product has evolved over the years. We've also got a documentary film that's been created globally where consumers can understand the heritage of 501 and how it's been involved with music over all of these years. We're screening that tonight. We also have our tailor shop here, so we're really into customization and personalization. So you can bring your product through and get something done to it, get your patches put on and get it customized for you.
The documentary is basically at the 5th installment of a series of short films that Levi's have made, and it is basically a history of the 501, the original blue jean. And this actual supplement, or this edition, is basically looking at the comparisons and the linkage between music and the 501 blue jean. So at the heart of rock and roll and rebellion was the blue jean. It was a symbol in the 50s of sort of rebelling against your parents and really pushing back, and to this day basically. So basically some really cool interviews with the likes of Snoop Dogg. You've got Solon Knowles on there, you've got award-winning stylists, rock and roll artists, Kila Keish has got some great things to say on there. And what it's doing is it's really looking at the effect that music has had on culture and the effect that Levi's as a brand has had on popular culture through the decades.
Yo, probably some of these days, go wasting their time and I ain't got nothing to say. Yeah, like you say in the house, but you ain't got nothing to say.
You have Rouge on board, and she is an out-the-box type of female rapper that's really coming up really strong in the industry. Can you just tell us a bit about why Rouge as part of the Levi brand?
Yeah. So Levi's and music has really got this amazing relationship. We've been intrinsically involved over the years, and for us in South Africa, we wanted to launch the 501 Skinny and make it relevant to consumers in South Africa specifically. So she's a really cool girl. She's got her own edge and style, a great musician, and I think we just felt like it was a really great partnership. She wears Levi's, she loves Levi's, so it was just amazing for us to partner with her and do some great work to bring the launch to the market.
One thing that I love about the whole idea of the 501 Skinnies is that it really shows you that, you know, regardless of your body shape, regardless if you are very feminine, regardless if you are very tomboyish, it looks good on anybody. So it's really awesome to be a part of that movement that Levi's is trying to push, that denim looks good on anybody. So shout out. Now y'all know I had to bring the feminine to the fellas. I'm breaking down the hip hop barrier, reality Tetris. See, I'm a killer. You know I had to murder the beat. Sign up to be a hip hop soldier, watch some suckers retreat. I'm on some other tip, I got them jokers serious. My flow would be so heavy, think my verse is on this period. What's up, everybody? It's the homegirl who's here, and you're watching Trendz. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh man, like I said, one of the illest MCs right now, that's Rouge. And now, I just had a chat with her. This is the lady who sings, "If this is how love's supposed to be, I don't
Wash up my nigga, dad.
And
saying that the former minister is now endorsing Ramaphosa as the next president. Campaign time, Prof?
Yeah.
So early.
Let's at least accept that people have a right to expressing themselves in terms of who they support.
But what is lacking very seriously is that there is no that leadership role that is played by the leadership to say we haven't opened succession and let us deal with those that are campaigning openly, because we haven't opened it as the leadership of the ANC.
What we need in this country is that we need a ruling party or a leading party to be able to engage with issues that affect the people.
Our people campaign openly. It weakens the organization. In fact, it makes the policies of the ANC even more popular.
Stay tuned to Media Monitor and catch on analysts unpacking top stories every Sunday from 9 a.m. A conscious move from being a street kid to being a barrister of note.
Keep on praying for me to make a better life.
A creative application of the mind on an essential need, water in wheelbarrow containers.
How about if we were to come up with an idea of an enclosed container that sits on top of the frame of a wheelbarrow?
With the sharing of resources, a boy with Russell Silver syndrome receives medication.
The fact that you just said to me, well, you covered for next month, that's amazing.
So that's the medication.
For more inspiring stories, stay tuned to Bupilong every Friday.
Okay, welcome back to Trendz. I do have a bone to pick with my producer, my director actually. Raizi cut me so very terribly as I was singing. It's not something I'm going to try venture in. This is my job. I'll never try to take Portia and Monique's job. Thank you so very much to Portia. That was an absolutely amazing track. That's Everywhere You Go featuring Anati. Now, while the days are getting shorter and the temperature gauge is dropping, things are hotting up at the cinemas. Now, those red costume-clad babes and guys from Baywatch are set to make their big screen splash. The film stars Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Zac Efron, Alexandra Daddario, and Bollywood's Priyanka Chopra. Now, Baywatch follows devoted lifeguard Mitch Buchanan, played by The Rock, as he butts head with a brash new recruit, played by Zac Efron. They are absolutely so funny together. And they uncover a local criminal plot that threatens the future of the Bay. The film came out yesterday at Ster-Kinekor and Cine Prestige cinemas nationally. And we are giving away 2 double tickets, so pay attention to the question after this.
Everything is better in slow-mo. The slow-mo running is one of the most iconic things about Baywatch, and we couldn't wait to put it in our movie.
All right, ready, guys? The iconic run is something that all of us have been preparing for the entire course of this film.
Slow motion is an art. Watch and learn.
That was pretty good.
No pressure.
What was it like doing the quintessential slow-mo run, ladies?
It's like a good hair shake.
Yeah.
And also that sort of determined look that you have to give. Extremely determined to save somebody, but in a very sexy way.
I think it went great.
Zach did fall.
It was my idea with the director.
At least that's what he's trying to make people believe.
The key is just be cool. Just be cool, man.
Why does she always look like she's running in slow-mo?
She's the reason I believe in God. Welcome to Baywatch. Our team is the elite of the elite. We're the heart and soul of this very beach.
We're staring into the abyss here. It's up to us to restore the Baywatch brand.
Hey, One Direction, you here for the qualifiers? I'm Matt Brody. I don't have to try out.
I was pleasantly surprised by the movie. I think they casted it brilliantly. It was funny, it had action, it had subtleties from the series that you could see be brought into the movie that just kind of made it like a bit nostalgic for people who have watched the series. So yeah, I enjoyed it.
Everything's okay. Stop it. This is the guy you think is a good PR opportunity for us. Look, I get it. You're big, Sasquatch, but I'm fast. Didn't touch you. You suck.
The movie was unbelievable. It's like one of the best movies I've ever seen because there was action, there was lots of comedy. It was very funny with Zac Efron and Dwayne Johnson, the main characters. It was a lot of action, shooting, and it was like a mysterious and like a mission they had to solve.
Blue-eyed demon, you got one job. Make sure swim-happy white people don't drown.
We gotta go undercover. Yeah, undercover. Yeah, a little too undercover. I'm oceanic, mother. Jason Bourne ain't got on me. Why are we in the morgue? We gotta get some hard evidence.
Someone's coming.
What do we do now? Now we hide. Weird.
I'm laying on a dead old lady. Our drawers are empty. Why'd you pick that drawer?
Something distributor. It's just a little dead man's fat. Necrotic liquid fat. And will you stop being a baby? That's it. I'm out.
Trendz is giving away a hamper for the Baywatch movie for you to win. Answer the question, which girl is seen in slow motion in a Baywatch movie or the series?
Okay, so remember to tweet your answers to @Trendz on SABC. Very, very fun movie for a light evening of fun and just silliness. So the Platinum Province, the Northwest, once again this year hosted the 23rd Summers in Sun City, for those who don't know. Now, to those who in the music and entertainment industry graced the event, they were dressed to their nines, although not all people. So as usual, here at Trendz, after every big red carpet do, we come with the Fashion Police segment with a brief list of celebrities who get the brief right and a few who might have missed it. I'm joined by celebrity stylist to the fabulous Nthato Mashishi and also fashion guru looking ever so stunning. I wish you could stand so you could see what she's dressed like. I have Yasmin Fermi to give us the lowdown of the summers this year. Welcome to studio, guys.
Thank you so much for
fantastic. So I don't know, do I talk about the way you guys are dressed or the summers? My goodness. Okay, let's get to the summers. You both look absolutely amazing though. Let's talk about the summers. Now, Nthato, you have been to so many awards, so many red carpets. You've walked as well. You've styled people even before they leave, you know what I mean, to get to these events. So what's important to keep at the back of your mind as a celebrity or anybody who wants to attend these when they go to an event like this? Before you answer that, let's take a look at this video.
Okay.
Okay. Now, I think most of those ladies definitely got it right. What do you guys think? And Tato, my question, do you remember what it was?
Yes.
What's the most important thing to keep in mind? I mean, this is literally, for South Africa, our Grammys.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
What is important most of the time is you need to make sure that your style team it's at par with the trends, and you need to know that you have to be fresh all the time, and you need to be age appropriate as well, because sometimes we see these celebrities, they try too much and then they don't look age appropriate. They look like they're like adults going to matric dance, you know.
Yeah,
and for me, that's what I've been seeing is a trend that it's been going on all around South Africa now. When they say red carpet, you see all these ball gowns and stuff and whatever.
And that's
when
not
you see,
necessary.
no, it's not necessary.
Yeah.
If it's the SAFTAs, yes, it's our Oscars. I mean, the SAFTAs are our Oscars.
Yeah.
Let's do that. Let's go like Hollywood and all of that. But if it's like any other red carpet, let's adhere to the theme and of what the event it's all about. And again, let's be age appropriate and let's be trendy, you know, like all the time.
Okay, this is what we're all about. I want to take a look at a few pictures though. There were a few celebrities for me, I thought, you know, for the lovely figures that they have and the silhouettes that they have come out doing a whole lot of other red carpets looking fantastic. K. Naomi for one. What's your take? Yasmin?
Look, I will say one thing first, is that I think it's wonderful that celebrities are using South African designers to showcase on whatever the event is. But oftentimes these shows, and especially for music awards, I always think that you need to be, they're young, they've got gorgeous bodies. They can't hide it in all this poofery and, you know, and huge clothes. I think they need to show off exactly who they are, and they're gorgeous young women. And a lot of them are not showing that off. And so that dress for me is very overwhelming, especially, you know, at the bottom.
Okay.
I think that is what my mother would wear, you know, to an event, you know.
Tata, come on now. Not your mom.
What? I could see that they were trying to emulate, you know, like because when I look at all these people that were there, they were trying to emulate people at the Cannes Film Festival. There was someone, a Miss World, the Indian lady, I forgot her name, Ashra Arai. She was wearing something like that, but she did it so well, you know, and it was appropriate for the event. But for the summers, we want to see your body.
Let's move on to the next one.
A bit more funkiness.
A bit more funky. She gets it right a lot of times, but sometimes, that one was lovely, but too big. Lerato Kganyago, she joked about this and said people said she looked like she was going to a funeral. I don't think this is very funeral-esque.
Appropriate,
but, you know what I mean? But what do you think? The length of it, the arms?
You see, I love the length of it. And I think that's what more people should wear. You know, show your legs, show there has to be a bit more showing, I think. There's too much going on in the arms.
I think so too.
It overwhelms the dress. And but I mean,
hair
generally,
should have been down, up.
It should have been up because there's
a lot going on. Because there's a lot going on.
Yeah.
All right, Tato, I don't want your opinion on this. I want to go to the next picture because we are going to run out of time. Let's see who's next. Oh, Nandi Madida. Okay.
Wow,
so
I love this look because this was like a rock look for me, you know. I mean, the feathers, even though it had a tail, but it showed a little bit of the skin in a right place. The hair and the feathers and the sequence, it works so well. And this was designed.
I don't know if they were matched or what, but it was interesting.
Edgy.
I don't think Zakes was there. I didn't see him as well.
All right, the next lady. Let's see. So definitely, thumbs up for Nandi. Nomuzi. She got it right. That's my opinion.
Absolutely.
For a change.
And even though it was a long dress, she looks young. I thought she killed it. And I don't care what you have to say about this. She
what
looks
are you
amazing.
saying, Tata?
Well, she looks incredible, but I would have taken off the earrings for me.
So just the earrings?
Yeah, the earrings, just to give it a rock star, you know, because she's a musician as well. So I wanted like that heaviness on her a little bit. She was too feminine for me, but otherwise the color looked amazing on her. Her makeup, her hair, she killed it.
Okay, next lady, let's see. Pearl. Okay, she had a few outfit changes. I think this
this was the better one.
The other one, oh my gosh. Then there's memes and everything. But Pearl, she almost always tries to do things that are out of, you know, the box, but sometimes not so great. Next lady, I think it's Boiti.
Now,
Okay.
I love this look.
You love this
I
look.
love this look.
Me too.
And I know there were
love this,
memes about
yes.
cream spinach and whatever else with the jacket, but I promise you this was
This was better than what she wore when she
wore.
was presenting an award.
Yes,
eh?
yes. I think this one is
very
very
nice. Music
Even
awards.
2 years back when she
Yeah.
wore a dress that looked like Mum Rebecca's, it was identical that Mum Rebecca's
Stop
dress.
it. This,
you know?
South Africans and the internet. You shall have your internet taken away. Okay, then there was Bonang and Kelly Khumalo. I want to talk about Kelly Khumalo. I mean, Queen Bee, she hardly ever gets anything wrong. You know what I mean? She looks lovely head to toe, you know? And so, can I please just see Kelly Khumalo quickly because our time is up? I think she looked lovely.
Oh, wow.
No, definitely not.
Really, Yasmin?
Yeah. She looked to me like those, those little things that you put over toilet rolls that sort of frill
yeah.
around.
Okay.
But she
It
was
was
doing
too
like some
much.
Rihanna
Yeah,
vibe.
she was
No,
giving-
it was too much.
And
Only
the
Rihanna
silhouette of
can
the
do
dress was
Rihanna
wow.
vibe.
And that dress was sitting
Kelly
here.
Khumalo
It was
did
supposed
not
to sit.
Okay,
do it
Kelly,
at all.
Yasmin says no. Yasmin
Definitely
Femi,
not.
thank you so very
Yeah.
much. You look absolutely
It's a
great.
pleasure.
Tata Mashishi, we have unfortunately run out of time. We didn't even talk about that,
Okay.
guys. Thank you for coming on to our Fashion Police. I want you guys again.
Thank you.
Thank you so very much. It's been amazing. This was Trends. Catch us again next week, same time on the SABC News channel. And my name is Rufio Webwilo. Have a fantastic weekend. Goodbye.